Hello, all you beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel, Life of Shaina Senn with Love. Now, today I'll be discussing again about partner trouble or spouse trouble. I had begun in my previous video, but I did not want to stretch that, so I'm doing a continuation video of that one. Okay. So now, when we fall in love at a very young age, we are actually not aware of what life has in store for us at that point of time. So we need to rethink our priorities, rethink our goals and achievements in life. What are we supposed to do at that point of time? Yes, falling in love is a very good thing, but later on, if it doesn't work out, then the pain starts, and which you have to live with it your entire life. So, my message to all the young people and the young couples out there, please do fall in love, which is a very beautiful thing, but then have the guts, the courage to maintain it throughout. Don't leave your spouse in between, and don't, get into their bad books. I'm talking about, it might be your husband, it might be your wife. I'm just talking about spouse, okay? It's not gender specific. So, what happens is, I have seen from my own life experiences and others also, that when a person lies to, each other, what happens is that those lies keep on growing and building with each day, because to hide one lie you have to say another five lies in that place, so that lying chapter goes on and on and on, which is actually not to anybody's benefit. Because when two people fall in love, decide to stay with each other under the same roof, then there are certain boundaries and limits that we should create for each other. Life just cannot go on like the way you were living it when you were single. No, it does not happen that way. The single people, those who think that, even after you settle down with somebody, you're going to continue the same way, please drop that idea. Then it's better you stay single. Okay, instead of creating trouble and becoming a troublemaker or a painful person for your spouse, drop that idea right now. Because if you want to live with a partner or a spouse or a co-partner or your husband or wife, then there are certain things which you should adapt also. Both cases have to adapt. It's not that one person does that and the next other person does not do anything. No, then also it will not work out. And stop lying to each other. When you lie, you break the trust. And these relationships which I'm talking about, the only platform and the only way to bond with each other is being loyal and being trustworthy, so that you can confide in each other, be transparent, as I keep on telling in my videos. Don't lie to each other, because lies have brought more harm than good, if I may say so. So, if your spouse or your partner is going through any trauma, any trouble, please sit with them and talk it out with them. It should not be that, when you want to talk with your spouse on any topic, or if you're feeling very if you're feeling the urgent need to talk to your spouse, then that person should be there for you. It should not be that the person is never there to talk to you, he's always disappearing, he's always vanishing, which gives the idea that he or she is trying to avoid you. Now, why will you avoid the person that you love the most? The person that with whom you're staying under the same roof, you're living together, you're sharing your life with each other. Why is the need to avoid? Which means there is something wrong. Something is definitely fishy out there. So please do your homework and find out. Do some research. Keep a note or a tab on what groups of people he or she is mixing with. Who are the friends? Just becoming a husband or a wife is that the story does not end there. Especially when you have children, things become all the more complicated, because you have to apply the same formula with your children. Make sure who their friends are, make sure whom they are mixing with, which groups they are moving around with, what are they doing when they are going out of the house, so on and so forth. But let me come back to the spouse topic. So it doesn't matter. You won't be doing a crime, or it is not criminal if suddenly one fine day you just telephone your spouse's friend and take all the information from that spouse, because your spouse is not confiding in you. So you don't know, you are not aware of what's happening in his or her life. So that is the only way you feel that you can get some information, and it's perfectly okay. Why should you not? If your spouse had confided in you, this you wouldn't have had to be doing. So if he's not doing that, you go ahead, do it, gather all the information. Okay, and if you feel something is wrong, or he's going through some really difficult time, sit and talk it out. The moment your spouse will see that yes, you are taking an active interest and active participation in his problems, in his troubles, in his life, I'm sure he or she will melt down and listen to you. But sometimes even that also doesn't happen. As I said, it depends upon the individual also. If a person has vowed to himself or herself that I will never change, even not for the better, not for the worse, then there is no way that you can literally, put some, sense into that person's head, or, make him see what life is all about, make him, you know, absorb or feel the reality or see the reality. So you have to be a little bit of an, extrovert. You have to learn to express your feelings. Until and unless you express yourself to your spouse or your partner, how do you think this two-way relationship is going to work out? Because nothing happens one-sided. Okay, in Hindi we have a saying, एक हाथ से ताली नहीं बजती. So use both hands. You need both hands to clap, right? So that is what I'm telling you. Apply the same knowledge, same theory in life. Be very sweet and kind to each other. I'm not saying, go for expensive gifts, or, take on expensive vacations. No, even you can go on with a minimalistic attitude also. Here comes the love, caring, compassion, affection, the adulation. Just be there for each other, and please don't lie. Please don't lie. The moment you start lying, you are breaking the trust, you're spoiling the entire relationship, the sweetness of the sweetness of its nature, you're spoiling everything. So please do not lie. Yes, sometimes in order to run the house, or there are children around, sometimes little bit of white lies, it's okay. They do, you can, they're good to go. You can survive with it. But if it is harmful, if those lies and all those, deception and those, untruths become, start piling with each day, with each second and every minute, then there's a huge problem. Then you should really do something about it. If you have friends or family or your parents, please do talk to them, talk to the friends of your spouse, see what's going on, find out and do something. Don't just sit there and, ponder and wonder around, oh my God, this has happened, that had happened, I should be doing this, I should have done that. So do it, go out, do it. If you feel that yes, you have to become like a private investigator, do it, become that, find out and confront. One more thing, we are always scared, if I confront, what will happen? It might, the situation gets worse, because already you are in a worse position. How much worse can it be? Maybe if you confront that person, things might become positive from there around, things might turn around from that point of time. So why not give it a try? I have done this quite a number of times in my life. And if not the whole of it, yes, something good has come out of it. At least that person knows that, his spouse has taken some interest in him, and she really cares. See, if you do not take an active participation in your spouse's life, which means you don't care, right? Because then your spouse gets that feeling, that message that whatever is going on in his life, you are not bothered about it. If he's going out late, is coming in late, then ask him, question your spouse. Don't just okay, don't just be okay with everything. No, it doesn't happen that way. You should not be okay with everything, because at the end of the day that something is fishy, something wrong, something bad is happening. So why not put it right? I'm sure I've spoken enough today, and I'm sure all you beautiful couples out there have got my message. I'm sure you've understood what I'm trying to say. So please keep me posted and let me know if all this gyan that I've given just now has been helpful to you or not. So please let me know about it. And I hope all of you will do fine in your lives, in your relationships. A happy life to you. Thank you for watching. and have a good day. Stay healthy and happy. Bye bye.